we've tried lavender so many times on our windowsills.
Oh, how interesting. My lavender died.
No, but like time and time and time again.
Don't grow time and time and time again.
It's good stuff.
Good stuff. Hello and welcome to Pottering with me, Tom Allen, and I'm delighted to tell you my guest today is my old friend James Gill. Now, James is somebody who I've known for many years. He's somebody who, I'll say it, props up the comedy industry largely through his wonderful gigs that he organises and also through the television warm-up he does. So this is Pottering with me, Tom Allen, and James Gill. James, thank you for joining me here in the garden.
Good to be here.
James, of course, we've known each other for a long time through your running of, and I'll say it, the best gig in London, which is at the Tommy Field in Kennington, the ABC Comedy Club, 6 nights a week.
Thank you, Tom. That was great.
The first of many plugs you'll get to. And then also through warm-up, and you warmed up the first sort of telly gig I ever got, which was the John Bishop show. So you very much supported me in that.
That night is one that is etched on my memory forever. Wonderful.
Because of my tantrums.
No, because you were so brilliant on it. You, Kylie Minogue,
It was a
Sarah Millican,
That's right,
Ollie
yeah.
Murs, Jess Glynn.
Yes.
It was a stacked bill, wasn't it?
It was a Christmas special.
Have I ever told you the story about what happened with the guy in the audience?
No.
So I've warmed up for John Bishop for many years.
Yes.
I'm gonna use the word friend.
Yeah, for sure.
And what happened was we're about to record the show, and the floor manager comes up. Cameron Banks, the producer,
Lovely Cameron
comes
Banks.
over and goes, "James, Johnny's ready to come straight on. You won't have to do anything." Great, okay. You don't need to do any crowd work.
Okay.
Key bit of information. So I go on. Is this appropriate that I've launched into this story from the off?
I'm thrilled. All I kept thinking was Cameron Banks loves gardening.
Great guy. Oh, yeah, that's what he does, isn't it? So I go on, do about 30 seconds. I'm waiting for John. No sign of John.
Oh.
So I do a minute. No sign of John. I do 5 minutes. Still no sign of John.
Yes.
And then, as you remember, I was chatting with your mum about this. The audience had all been given a Santa hat.
Yes.
So there are 1,500 people in the Lyceum Theatre, all with the Santa hats on.
Yes.
And then I see a guy, middle, third row, larger gentleman, red face, thick, bushy white beard, with a Santa hat on. And I think, if I don't talk to this guy, I'm not doing my job as a warm-up. And so I run into the crowd and I go, "Look, ladies and gentlemen, there's a special guest from the North Pole." This guy stands up. The crowd, I would say, disproportionately loses its mind. Because we recorded it just before Christmas.
Yes, of course, at Christmas.
So it was like, I think it was like maybe the week before. It was
incredible.
It was really close. And so I'm thinking, I'll get this guy up on stage. So I get the guy up on stage. The crowd start chanting, "Santa, Santa." I'm like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And then I ask him a question. Do you have a message for the boys and girls? And he makes some horrible joke about coming in your chimney or something like that, which means that I get to do the Larry Grace and Bruce Forsyth, the faux shock, the walk away, as if it's now milk a laugh out of that.
Great.
And then floor manager comes on, John's ready. I'm like, this is
The dream.
the best thing that's
Couldn't
ever.
have gone better.
Absolutely. So as Santa sits back down, take the roof for Santa, 1,500 people, Santa, Santa. When you do a great job for John flashes the big Bishop pearly whites. And I think, I'm not just getting the pearly white, he's going to lift me into the air like Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
You know? And I go, "Please welcome John Bishop." He doesn't move. So I walk over to John, sort of almost like, to say father and son relationship is hamming it up, but let's stay on the journey. And he's all in the wings. He's a lot taller than me. And I look up at him and he looks down at me and he goes, "You've just ruined the ending to the John Bishop Christmas show."
No.
So I go from hero to zero. I've gone from this is the best thing that's ever happened to this is the worst,
James.
And he goes, "We're gonna have to rewrite the ending to the Christmas show." And he says something. Oh, this was it. He goes, "How many people do you know who look like that?" As in like Santa.
Sound like Santa.
And in a panic, I go, "They exist." Like the lamest thing that anyone's ever said. And he does that. He looks like a disappointed dad. He does that shake of the head. Oh, that was it. He goes. The end of the show, a sleigh comes down. Santa comes out the crowd, sits in the sleigh. John gets in the sleigh, and they wave, and the sleigh goes off. So that's all ruined. So I'm just like, oh my gosh.
That could still work.
So John shakes his head, walks on stage, crowd. I'm stood in the wings like this.
Oh no,
And he-
James!
and he
I
go-
thought you did such a good job.
Starts telling. He goes, before we do the show, I'm going to tell you. It's Ringo Starr. I'm going to tell you that Jim's ruined the. And he goes, tell you what, I'll get him out to explain what's happened. And I'm like, when you're pinching yourself to wake up from a nightmare, I'm having a malarial dream.
But this is made all the worse because you are such a
Sensitive.
You're a very sensitive man, but also a very generous man. You would want it to go well.
Floor manager goes, you better go out there. So I walk out the crowd, way. And then John puts his arm around me and tells this story. I can't watch, so I turn around, I bury my face in John's alpha male pectoral muscles. So he stood telling the story, and I'm like the shame of it. And then John goes, oh, Jim, before you go, just one more thing. And I look up and he flashes the Bishop Pearly Whites and he goes, I'm just pulling your leg.
No!
He goes, he's not a plant.
Oh, and he wasn't a plant?
The whole thing was just John winding me up. Such is John's commitment. Because the great thing, and also, we all love John, but one of the reasons why I love John so much is that we're on such a tight schedule. So John's obviously watching from the wings, and he knows, Tom Allen's got to be on at such and such. I know that we've got to be out the theatre by this time, and I know Kylie's supposed to be on at this.
Well, yeah, I should think Kylie Minogue was probably above his list of pressures than mine.
But then he's obviously thought, but I could spend 10 minutes winding Jim up top. And then, so, bless him, as he says, say goodbye, So I go off, lovely round of applause. And then, of course, when they start, the crowd elevated that much more because of...
It was a phenomenal evening.
Oh, it was great. But that's, yeah.
Wow. I had no idea that had all happened. Well, I was upstairs getting very stressed about doing my first ever telly set, really, and getting very, very anxious. And kindly, you were in the wings there to sort of
so proud.
Keep me proud. Keep me proud.
Keep me proud.
It's
private. But we're close.
We're close friends. We're very good friends with a lot of people. So,
welcome to Carry On Gardening.
Keep me whatever. Keep me relaxed. I don't know. You get me on my toes in a good way, and then went out and did the gig. And I was very nervous doing the gig, and I started doing my first joke, and actually the first bit didn't really fly, because I think when an audience knows you and you're having a good gig, the audience laugh at they buy it, they're enjoying the setup, and the Dalai Lama says it's about the journey, not the destination. So it was all kind of like, when it's a good gig, it's going like that. This audience were like, who is this prick? Like, that's what, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't never seen me before. Even though we do look quite alike, and they might have thought that we were just a version of, hang on, this is the guy John had that joke. But then the punchline landed, and they liked it, and then it was great.
That's right, you're off and away then, weren't you?
And you very kindly took some photographs, which I was very grateful for. But it was, those sort of Christmas gigs are lovely if you are very well known, and you're very, and you want it to go so well. There's a huge pressure. Everything about it is intense.
You know what you did that I thought was wonderful? I
left the stage.
You said thank you. At the end, you thanked John.
Oh, I did, yes. I was so grateful. Thank you, John.
But I just thought that was such a lovely, that was a measure of the man. What a lovely thing to do.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you to say. Yeah. Well, no, I was very grateful. And it was because of that show that I then got booked to do a run at the Soho Theatre, which then led to me doing more telly stuff, which was a big thing for me.
You did play, we did an Always Be Comedy together, and there was Palladium off the back of that.
That was the Royal Variety, yeah. That was the following year I did the Royal Variety.
And you bought me, you know that I'm into self-help. You bought me a journal.
Gosh, this is wonderful, this isn't it?
It's a real pat each other on the back, isn't it?
This is a great feel-good.
And so before, you know that I write into all of that malarkey.
Yes.
What a lovely, what kind of thing for you to do. So
well, I was very grateful, James. I only have people I like here in the garden. And it is essentially a gardening podcast, but very loosely so.
Sure.
But I do know that you are a keen gardener yourself, aren't you?
Yes. So I have a wife and 2 young children, and
who didn't find in the garden.
Who we found in the garden. So for me, gardening I love my wife and kids enormously.
Of course, it's a different sort of love.
But there is a book coming. But for example, it's lovely to be here today.
Away from them.
And not be with them. And so that is what gardening is to me. I'll put my earbuds in.
Yes.
If you were to come into my garden, I will definitely, and I've got my earbuds in, I will definitely be listening to a Don't Kill Yourself audiobook.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. Is that a genre in itself?
Oh, absolutely. Some call it self-help, but let's call it for what it really is. And it's alone time,
Alone
mowing
time.
the lawn.
Oh yeah, nice.
Weeding, all of that.
Lovely
and I
thing
will
to do.
turn a 1 hour job into 3 hours.
Oh really? Good for you.
Absolutely.
Why not? Because you'll do it slowly and very thoroughly.
Extra me time.
Extra you time.
Absolutely.
Um,
Daddy's been raking for ages.
the garden is immaculate.
Yeah.
Like a bowling green. And you said to me how your wife sort of had sent you out initially to do it as a chore.
Yes, so we'd first moved in. We'd been in, she would say Beckenham, let's be honest.
It's Penge,
It's
isn't it?
Penge, 100%
That's
Penge.
where my family are from, I know.
She would send me out into the garden the very first time, and, you know, we all love our respective partners.
Of course.
She's probably sent me out to do that chore, thinking, oh, he's going to hate this.
Yeah.
And then she's opened the curtain, biggest smile ever,
Lovely.
podcast on,
Lovely.
and it went from there. I nearly said, and it blossomed, but I apologise.
Oh, you could have done. I don't mind.
I
that.
wish I had.
Bit of
We'll get there in the
wordplay.
end. But yeah, it's escapism. I don't think that's not
Yeah, but I think
over-egging it,
that's-
is it?
No, I think that's very true. And I think, both of us living in the suburbs, and I often talk
Yeah.
about how much I like being a bit further out, and it's sort of a more kind of slowed pace of life. I think that's one of the beauties of living further from the cool metropolitan centre, is that you have space to do things like that, and it's good for the mind.
When you garden, what are you doing? Do you have anything spinning?
Very rarely, actually. I tend to just be on my own in my thoughts, and I try and leave the phone away. And so I find my experience in the garden is, as the title suggests, pottering.
That's
But
good.
it's often tidying or shuffling around with something, maybe deadheading something like that. But I can do that for half an hour, maybe some repotting, and that I find will make me feel good. And then I'll love to look out on those pots or that bit of tidiness and enjoy it.
Have you generated material while you're having that downtime with
Oh.
nothing in the ears?
You would have thought so, but actually no. It's dead time.
There's that book, isn't there? Laura Smith recommended it. Rick Rubin, The Creative Way. Is it The Creative Act? The Creative Act.
Oh, I don't know that book.
Great, really good.
I like Laura Smith.
Yeah, do the audiobook.
Okay.
Not when you're gardening, and
And it's not-
that's how I did it. I did it while gardening.
And it's called
The Creative, because there's the
Creative
Artist's Way. This is
Yes.
called The Creative Act,
yes,
I think.
the Creative
Rick
Act, because
Rubin.
I know the Artist's Way, which I do like.
I've conflated two titles.
Oh, okay, no, I get it. Because the Artist's Way I like.
Yeah.
But my friend Ellen and I she introduced me to it, and I got to kind of laughing. We both had a bit of a giggle about it because, of course, the writer Julia Cameron, wonderful book that she's created. She has a life in LA which is quite different to living in,
Penge.
for example, Penge.
She's never been on the...
She's never been on the 227.
Yeah.
And doesn't it? It goes to
I
Beckenham,
nearly took the
actually.
59, which is the bus I get from Brixton to Ormsby
Oh.
Comedy in Kennington.
Oh, right. Or the 76. That's a Penge bus,
That's
isn't
a
it?
Penge bus.
See, it still has its buzziness
Oh,
here.
so
If you
it's
can hear hear the police or ambulance.
I shouldn't have said that. There was a fire last week. I apologise to my fellow Penge heads.
Don't worry, we'll take it out. See, I remember when different emergency services had different sirens. Do you remember
Is
that?
it all the same siren now?
Yeah, no, it's just like, woo, American style. Does everything have to be so
I
Americanized?
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a woo. But in America, they have the honk honk to go with it. Honk honk.
Yeah, sure, that's right.
woo. But we just have the woo. But it used to be like Nino, Nino. You'd never had
It
Nino.
did. So what? So the fire engine had its noise.
Yeah. And then the police had their one and the ambulance had another. I'm sure of it.
Ringo Starr is begging to do the voiceover of whatever this children's show is.
Oh, I'd love that.
So the fire engine had its own, ambulance had its own police, and now
sure
it's just all the same siren.
I'm pretty sure.
Did
I mean,
not
maybe
know
they vary it just to keep you on your toes.
that. Ooh.
It does sound...
That was very camp how I did that.
That would be something camp like an ambulance. I don't know. I think, of course, doctors and nurses inevitably camp. Yeah, you can't have a camp fire engine somehow, can you?
No.
And I'll still call it the fire brigade. I don't care.
What is it? Fire service.
Fire service, but we're not American. Isn't it the colour fire service?
All my references are trapped in the 1980s.
Yeah.
To the extent where if a friend comes back from holiday
Oh.
with a whiff of a tan, I will say, oh, Judith Chalmers.
Yes, lovely reference.
And anyone under 45 will say,
What are you talking about?
what is a Judith Chalmers?
What is Judith Chalmers?
Yeah.
Similarly, when the very successful show Traitors started and I went on their podcast, I made an obvious reference, in my mind, how they all look like they're in the advert for the Scottish Widows. Obviously, they had to... took that out straight, having none of that.
For me, that's a very modern reference.
Yes, exactly. That advert for Johnny was just last week.
Yeah, yeah.
No, ages ago.
So what
Ages
happened?
ago.
They just didn't go for it?
They just took it out. They took out lots of bits there.
Come on.
And I also said that the tasks were like being on a PGL holiday camp. Gone. They were like, no one will understand what that is. And I was like, I'm sure they will.
I wonder why.
Parents Get Lost, wasn't it? That was it.
All my references are anything from even 1986 I consider achingly topical.
Yes, absolutely. Same. But we digress, as is my want. But what were we saying? Penge? Oh, The Artist's Way.
Yes.
Julia Cameron. And she
Yes.
will be like, you know what? I mean, how do they... There's a lot of sirens there. She'll be like, you know what? When I'm feeling creatively blocked, I'll just grab a sweater.
He's done that one.
Which is what Americans call jumpers.
Yeah.
They will not call them jumpers, even though... What language do they speak?
Yeah,
It's English.
Absolutely.
Fine. I'll grab a sweater. I'll go walking in the hills. And I did this one evening. It's a beautiful evening. They often say beautiful. Which again, we wouldn't like. Imagine a day like today, grabbing a sweater, going for a walk. You'd be freezing.
You would.
And she said, and I saw this cat. And I started talking to this cat. And I told it all of my dreams. And I was like, oh, shut up.
Imagine that in Penge.
Can you imagine that in Penge? You'd be arrested.
The back of a van.
Yeah.
I was talking to the cat. I was telling him about my dream.
Please be careful with my
This
sweater.
way.
It's cashmere.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be so harsh to poor Julia Cameron, but there's a lot of stuff that's kind of much more rooted in a... You know, at one point she says, you know, maybe you could consider renting a beach house.
It's relatable stuff.
A beach hut, do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so quite different, but useful. But the creative act, what's that all about?
The creative act is a lot of it is just I suppose like what you do on this show sometimes, just being quiet and listening, and then sometimes that idea will just drop in.
Percolates, doesn't it?
For you, because I know I've seen it happen. I know you write on stage. I won't say which bit, but there's a bit from the most recent tour that had come from an ad lib.
Oh, at ABC.
Incredible. How else do the ideas land for you? Because some people, I once interviewed Emma Kennedy, and she says she did this action, ding-a-ling-a-ling. So she treats her computer like she was office hours.
Oh, yes.
So like opening the shop, ding-a-ling-a-ling, 9 in the morning.
That's great.
Sits and works, and
Yeah.
then say 5 o'clock, ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Sorry,
Closes
office is
it.
closed. What a
Yeah.
great thing to do. I should be more like that, but I'm so addicted to looking at things I don't need to look at. Mainly Instagram, but whatever. But like...
Well, Sean McLaughlin will stand in the kitchen and just say things out loud.
And that leads to material developing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not just saying this because you're here, but as I say, the best comedy gig in London is the ABC, or Always Be Comedy.
Always Be Comedy. Do you know what that's from? You're a movie fan, aren't you? I bet you'll get this.
Twins. No?
Glengarry Glen Ross.
Do you know, I've never seen Glengarry Glen Ross.
Oh,
And I
you
always,
love
in my
it.
mind, confuse it with Monarch of the Glen.
I'd love to conflate those two things.
I would love to see Glengarry
You will
Glen
love it.
Monarch of the Glen.
It's phenomenal.
Is it about the court case?
No, it's
No.
salesman, desperate salesman.
Oh.
Jack Lemmon, Al Pacino. Jack Lemmon plays the neurotic. He's a bit over the hill. He's desperate. He's got to make the sales.
Yes.
Pacino's the red hot rising star, super
Oh.
cocky. Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey, isn't it?
Yes, I thought he was in it.
Yes, it's fantastic. Jonathan Pryce is in it as well.
Oh,
Alan
okay.
Arkin and Ed Harris.
Gosh,
Stacked
chock
deck.
full.
That's a great movie.
That and Kramer versus Kramer, are they the same time?
No, Kramer versus Kramer's late 70s. Glengarry Glen Ross is 91, 92, I think.
Oh, as late as that.
And Alec Baldwin,
Yeah.
not all aging well, these stuff. He gives a speech, Always Be Comedy. Sorry, Always Be Closing. And I was living with two pals. We'd watch this film most
times.
weeks.
Yeah.
And it's quite a famous scene in the film, Always Be Closing, Always Be
Plane
Closing.
go over, of course, to add
And then
dramatic
when we launched the night, because we watched this film so much, so Always Be Comedy it just came from that.
Oh, that's very nice. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. It's a great name.
It works, doesn't it?
And it works. And what I think is remarkable, actually, is how you have curated a very nice audience there. There's something about that space. I've done lots of gigs in my life, But it's a space that is upstairs.
Yeah.
I've done similar sorts of rooms that aren't as friendly, but you make it very friendly in a very creative way, and in a way that allows lots of different voices to thrive. And I think that's a remarkable thing.
And the shape of the room is nice, isn't it?
It is nice, even though actually, as a performer, you walk into the audience, basically, which is kind of, and then you sort of stand at the side and people can see that you're there, which is fine, nice, because there's always nice people. But I always feel like, oh, am I ruining the magic? I don't know what magic I think.
No, not at all. You're making the magic. You're enhancing it. We had Michael McIntyre a few weeks ago. And
I've heard of her.
He came in. You like this? If you've been to the Tommy Field, you've been to Always Be Comedy at the Tommy Field before. There, you go upstairs.
Yes.
And as Tom says, you'll open the door and you're essentially walking into the gig. The audience are there. There's a bar there where the comedians hang out. And then Michael McIntyre had his mic on, and so from the moment the door opened, he was on and started performing all the way until he walked onto the...
But was he on stage at the time? Because often when I walk in there, somebody else is on stage. No, I like to be early.
So I'd emceed, I'd introed him, and then it was so good because what he was doing was he was commentating on the room
as he walked in.
Why is I wish I could do impressions, but why is a gig taking place in a room like this? Why is there a wardrobe at the back of the room?
It sounds like a Dalek version.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Michael.
Which I liked.
So sorry. So the crowd couldn't leave their look because I've never seen that before, where they've started the set as they've opened the door and are walking in. It's good stuff.
Oh, I bet. Well, I bet. But I mean, I'm sure they were delighted. And you often, not to make this into an advert, of course, for your wonderful comedy club, but I do love it there. That it is. You often email your mailing list and say there's a special guest, but I can't tell you who they are.
That's right. Yeah.
And you will often have people there. But I think I did want to go back to my previous point, though. You make it a very comfortable room for people. I think it's a very generous thing to do, which a lot of performers might not have that generosity. For example, me. So I think it is really rather wonderful the way that you do that, and when you're warming up studio audiences as well.
I love comedians, and I've always loved comedy. I think you're the same. Pretty much from the womb, was straight in on comedy, and so there's few things I love more than, say, standing at the back of that room in the Tommy Field, squawking with laughter at someone being hilarious. And it's the same on warm-ups. Saturday's a prime example. Tom Davis, Amy Gledhill, pals of ours from the circuit. Scarlett Douglas was also wonderful. Joe Brand, of course, actual icon. And then you came on and did the bit with the audience.
Oh,
that was just...
Well, that's very kind of you to say.
Flamethrower time, wasn't it?
But I like, for me, what I like about anything like that is the live experience, actually. And I think the kind of idea that you don't know what people are going to say, what way it's going to go, but we're all in the room, including the audience, together, and we're having an experience there which can never be replicated, can never be repeated. It will never be. You could try and repeat it. You can do something similar, but it will never be exactly the same.
It's a wonderful thing. Electric. It's like when you watch it as well. I think they capture it very well. They shoot it so well. It's like Donald Trump. And
it's going to be so great.
Great edit.
Yeah, great edit.
Catch in the edit. Great. The audio. Great audio. Get the audio. But these guys, they've obviously spent hours, days, these creations in the kitchen.
Oh yes.
And they cannot believe their luck when you are annihilating their. It's like, do me next. It's that sort of thing, isn't it? It's such a wonderful. The whole conceit is wonderful. The pride and joy is in the middle of the table, and they are practically praying that you will tear this. It's so funny, and it goes without saying, you're so funny, and you're so wonderful with them, and it's done with, there's a glint in the eye.
Well,
they know it's just jokes. It's, I think I can say, because the episode will have gone out by now, exercise. The pharmacists and the Ozzy Osbourne thing.
Oh, yes, they're obsessed with Ozzy Osbourne.
It was wonderful. So funny.
Well, they're obsessed with sort of Ozzy Osbourne as the Prince of Darkness. They were kind of obsessed with heavy metal kind of ideas of. But I thought it's an unusual thing for a pharmacist to be obsessed with kind of Prince of Darkness death, basically.
But this is why it was so great, because we're all laughing, everyone's laughing, but no one is laughing harder or louder than the woman who, tears in her eyes. It's a lovely.
Maybe she was just crying.
You're right. Yeah.
Maybe she was just having a terrible.
Medic had to come over, make sure she was okay.
Make sure she's suing me, but don't worry about it.
But in the room, so good. In
the room, the edit's so good. It's so good in the room.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Oh well, that's very generous of you to say. Gosh, absolutely loving now. Or could I just take a moment of your time to talk to you about Thrive? Thrive delivers meals to your door. They're ready to heat and eat in minutes, which frees up time to spend doing the things you love, like perhaps gardening. They are made without any ultra-processed foods, that's no UPFs and no artificial flavors, but they are prepared by their in-house chefs, so it means that they taste like your favorite home-cooked meal. Thrive is short for food to thrive, and if you'd like to give it a go to thrive.co.uk, that's thrive.co.uk/Tom to get 40% off your first box. Use the code TOM to get 40% off your first box, and then 20% off boxes 2 and 3. So why not give Thrive a go to meet all your goals in 2026? Yeah, sometimes a bell sounds.
Yeah, deal with it.
Sometimes an angel gets their wings. 4 did just then. And isn't that the end of It's a Wonderful Life?
It is,
You're a
yeah.
big film buff.
Yeah, what a film that is.
What a film. Is that your favourite film?
No. My favourite film is probably Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
Oh.
Steve Martin, John Candy.
We were talking about that just yesterday.
I think it's a perfect film. It's about I think it's just over 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, because these days some films have to be over 3 hours and what have you. There's that and Groundhog Day. They're both around the 90-minute mark. Both perfect films.
Yeah, it's Planes, Trains and Automobiles, just 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I remember watching it as a I was probably too young to be watching it because it's got that sad twist at the end when you realise about his wife.
It's a very family film, and
Yes.
I would love my kids to watch it because they're getting into comedy. But then there's the scene with the car rental.
Yes.
That's
Oh, so
expletive.
funny. But so expletive
but
later.
they've earned it because it's been. I think There's probably barely been a swear word up until that scene. Get me my effing car, effing new. You know.
What's so funny about that as well is that feels very modern. So I feel like in our computer age, we get so frustrated with things. The world can feel quite frustrating to people. But actually, that's been around for ages, hasn't it?
The two of them in that film together.
What a dream!
There is a longer version, and there are scenes that apparently exist. And I've heard Steve Martin tell a story that there's Candy has a scene that he thought was such a beautiful scene. Such a beautiful scene. But I think it works really well. I think it's perfect as it is. What's your favourite ever film?
Well, it sort of varies depending on what point of my life I'm in. For a long time, it was the Last Emperor, a rather
Fitting,
of course, for me. The story, of course, of the Last Emperor of China. But it's a lovely, it's a very, eloquent description.
I've never seen The Last Emperor.
Oh, it's a very beautiful film.
Does that not win the Best Picture Oscar? 87, 88?
Yeah, late 80s, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Sir Peter O'Toole plays
right.
the
He never
teacher.
won the Oscar.
Did he never?
He was given an honorary Oscar, and I think at one point he had the record for most nominations without a win. I think.
Gosh, poor old Peter. Never got it, did he? It's worth a watch. But North by Northwest, I always go back to.
Oh my God, perfect.
That and Mary Poppins, quite a mix. I
She won the Oscar for that.
Yeah, I know. Julie Andrews did. Yeah.
I love Julie Andrews.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Gosh.
It wouldn't win it now, would it?
I think it would be.
Because now it always has to be something sad or.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
It's such a light.
And I guess at the time, and of course there's that film where Emma Thompson's at the Saving Mr. Banks.
That's a great movie.
Shaving Mr. Banks.
Shaving Mr. Banks.
And Saving Private Banks. It's a brilliant film and talks so much about
Niagara Falls in there.
Yeah.
In fact, that might be a classic. I cry if somebody opens a bottle of lemonade, but I think that is a classic. Me crying on a plane.
Oh, a perfect film to cry on a plane too.
Cry on a plane movie.
The reason I mention it as well is because you realise, like, Walt Disney was obviously so invested, literally and metaphorically, in it as a picture, and obviously a lot of love had gone into it. I suppose it probably did carry more weight than it's given credit for.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
sure.
Like Mary Poppins, I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I think was seen as kind of quite an epic film.
He gets criticism, Dick Van Dyke, because of his accent.
Oh, yes.
He's phenomenal.
Still
in that
good. I
film.
never questioned it as a
He's
kid.
brilliant.
It's only like
the
if you...
physicality. He's just.
It's a nonsense world anyway. It's where they jump through paintings. And
Who cares
like,
if his Cockney accent's
But
a bit, you know.
1912 wasn't like that either. You know, Cherry Tree Lane doesn't exist.
No.
So like, there's lots of things that are unreal.
Because my favourite film for a while was The Great Escape, and James
Oh.
Coburn plays an Australian in that.
Yes. Oh.
His accent's not great. But he's amazing in it.
Just go with it, I think, don't you? Bad
Go with
accents.
his charisma, well, as with Van Dyke, Sean Connery in The Untouchables. He won the Oscar. Sorry, it's turning to the Oscar podcast. He won the Oscar for that. He's playing an Irishman. He's not really doing an Irish accent. But such is the charisma and the star quality. I will forgive.
Maybe he's from that part of Ireland we've not been to.
Sure, called Scotland. Called Edinburgh.
Yeah, perfect. Similarly, I was thinking of Angela Lansbury as well when she's Jessica Fletcher.
Sure.
It's an unusual accent. I mean,
she's born over here.
She was born in the UK, born in England. Went over, I think, at the same time as Joan Collins, actually.
Seriously?
No, Elizabeth Taylor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sure also extraordinary.
I'm pretty sure they were the same era.
She was the highest paid woman on television for a long time, wasn't she?
Is that right?
The Murder, She Wrote, yeah.
I mean, but now they're searching for the new Murder, She Wrote, because a lot of the streamers say they need recurring audiences. You don't want to have, as a streamer, you don't want to have like, bang, here's my big series, 6 parts done. Because then people are like, seen it, bye.
This is why Suits still does well, isn't it?
Suits does well, Friends does well.
Friends was a better example than...
Downton Abbey we often watch on Netflix.
Sure.
Just because it's there. In fact, that's the only thing I watch. And they are desperate to get me to watch other things. I don't want to watch them. Sorry.
You like what you...
I like what I like, which is Downton Abbey exclusively.
I still have a bit about... There's nothing worse than crowbarring material. But there were the Swedish drama, was it The Killing? And it would be, say, 26 episodes. Yeah. Sarah Lund. She was wonderful.
Yeah.
But she would falsely accuse various people.
Yes.
And it would take her 20-odd episodes to find the killer. Yes. After basically interviewing or accusing every person in... It was Denmark, wasn't it? Denmark. In Copenhagen.
Yeah.
And that was like great television. Jessica Fletcher was banging out and solving one
of those. Yeah, I was going to say.
One a week.
Probably filmed them in about 3 days. Also, Netflix is desperate to get me to watch that thing called Boots, and I just think, is it about the chemist? Because that'd be a great thing. Imagine that.
I would watch that in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Just the various dramas.
They were the OG meal deal.
Absolutely. Pauline's annoyed on pharmacy.
Mate, I want Boots. Oh, please make
Pauline
Boots.
still hasn't had a lunch break, and it's 2:30.
Tom Allen in Boots. I would watch that in a heartbeat.
Well, do you remember when Boots became?
God.
Because you know I love a trip down memory lane. When Boots was quite the superstore on the high street for a time, when you could buy like a Walkman there, or you could buy. Do you remember though? You could get your photos developed.
Yeah, that's right.
Get your photos developed, buy a Walkman.
That was a different time. The whole photos thing where you'd take your 12 pictures,
yes.
hand them in.
Yes.
In your mind, you built them up David Bailey quality.
Absolutely.
And then every single one was fingerprint
slightly
over, finger over the...
or a sticker on it to tell you how bad it was, which is
Yeah.
kind of harsh, actually, when
Brutal.
you think, like
Oh my
I've
God.
just come back from my holiday, just took some moments with my family.
Get a ticking
Blurry. Yeah. Light exposure.
Tried my best.
Next time, make sure the light source is behind you. Yeah. Shut up.
That is so funny. That's so true. Giving the harsh feedback on the photos.
Yeah.
That's great.
Assholes. Now, you mentioned that you like spending time in your garden. What sort of things do you tend to find yourself doing there?
Taking an unnecessarily long amount of time to mow the lawn. I know the lawn is mowed. My wife and kids don't know the lawn is mowed. I'm gonna give it another go, just in case. I'm gonna get hands on knees, pull all those weeds out. Our garden is always. Oh, I must share this though. I hope she doesn't mind. When it comes to gardening, my wife is the Harold Shipman of flowers. And so what happens is we'll go to the garden centre and she'll buy new plants and flowers. And if there was a William Hill bookmaker in our house, I would put my last £10 on every new plant and flower being dead within the month. And this has gone on for years.
Maybe
it's
she
so
enjoys
sad.
it.
What, enjoys murder? She's a serial killer, but of
Plants,
plants. What happens is
botany.
we'll go on holiday and we'll get the neighbour to, Marilyn, if you're watching, we'll get Marilyn next door to water and we'll come back from holiday and they're blooming.
Oh.
Immaculate.
Oh.
And then we're back from holiday and then within, as I say, less than a month.
All gone. Marilyn kept them going, but then...
Marilyn kept them going. Sometimes revived them and then poor Mrs. Gill with the kiss of death. Heartbreaking. I don't know what happens.
Did she get despondent about it because of that?
I once pulled her leg about it. I wouldn't do that again. There was a sadness there.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
Well...
What tips would you have there for not killing them?
I think, well, watering...
Imagine that, because I know proper gardeners watch this.
No, I don't. Well, Well, if they do, God bless them. My experience watering water and light is the two things they like, but not to
Definitely
overwater
doing
them.
both. I wonder if like, after we go to bed, she's getting up in the night and poisoning them.
Well, maybe sometimes there's those certain medications do send people in the sort of trance states, but also
She wakes up in the morning covered in mud. What's happened here?
oh my goodness. Similarly with pots as well.
Yes.
Sometimes the pot is the wrong size, or
Oh, that'll make her feel better. Let's go with that.
or you know what I mean. And sometimes they don't like to sit in water, so maybe there's not proper drainage in the pot. So it might be a case of giving them a good sized pot. And
We've tried lavender so many times on our window
oh, how
sills.
interesting! My lavender died.
No, but like time and time and time again.
Don't grow time and time and time again.
It's good stuff.
Good stuff.
Where's your lavender?
It's those 2 twigs in that pot over
Oh,
there.
mate. Did Emily put those in? for
Emily
you?
did pop round the
Right,
other
makes-
evening, quite late at night.
makes
She
sense.
did seem a little
Yeah,
bit misty eyed.
Must kill plants. Let's kill
James,
some
I wanted to
wisteria.
show you my wisteria.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Come with me down the garden path. Dahlias, do you ever grow them?
No.
Oh, real winner. So,
Yes.
James, I don't know if you find this, but trimming the garden is often a big thing. And this is the time of year, these cooler months. But we've been blessed with this wisteria here in the garden. Do you have a
Beautiful.
wisteria?
Do we have wisteria? No.
Well,
I'll tell you what, in the time I've been here, I need to up my game beyond mowing and weeding, don't I?
I mean, I get a bit of help. But, you know, don't be afraid. I suppose decide what you want and then don't be afraid to kind of lean into it. Is my
It's
advice.
tricky because I think if Mrs. G would turn our garden into the actual killing fields.
Well, of course.
So
yes,
it's,
of course, there is that.
look at, I mean, the range of plants and foliage and whatnot. I mean, it's
Well, I've just
what an
been encouraged.
achievement this is, Tom. And
Well,
oh my lord,
I mean,
is this the famous Andy that's Gardener Andrew? Is he
well,
Gardener Rob?
Gardener Rob.
Gardener Rob.
Gardener Andrew. I think
That's
it's Prince
such.
Andrew.
Sorry, I'm always thinking of Prince Andrew.
But this wisteria, Rob says we can chop.
Okay.
Because he calls them the whippy bits, like the bits that are sticking out. Those are
So thinking of Prince Andrew.
yes. At this time we can actually prune it back because it's going to go into autumn soon anyway. So
I see. So does he say you can get happy with the old?
a little bit, yeah. So he
Snippers?
says like yeah. So
What, anything yellowing?
well, I think that's just going into autumn. So that's fine.
Oh God, maybe I'm the killer and it's not my wife.
Well, no, but you can. But like that sort of thing is the sort of thing.
Right,
But there's
okay.
this sort of. I mean, there's this kind of stuff which is a bit whippy, and then Mr. Whippy, and then there's this kind of thing here. I'm not making much sense, am I?
So you
But,
would cut that away?
I
You
think
see how sensitive I am? I'm pulling a face at the thought of a plant getting snipped.
But what he was advising was we
Yeah.
shouldn't be afraid.
I'm always afraid.
So you can chop that bit. Look, use that if you're afraid. See this bit here? If you chop that bit back, bit to the.
Imagine it, what, Alfie comes out, why have I got no internet?
There's no electricity in the house. But you can cut it.
Well,
like,
I can cut this anywhere.
pretty much,
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
To the green bit. Yeah, and then look, it's
well,
fine. The plant's still alive, so it must be fine.
Okay, great.
Because
Oh, yeah, I see.
So this is like he says. This is like the whippy bit because it's just a thinner bit that's come off the main drag up there.
But that you wouldn't touch that though, would you? Because that's
Well, that-
surely.
Well, I think he's going to.
God.
That bit is again another.
That's a
bit,
whippy bit.
It's a bit whippy, yeah, because it's just come off the main drag. So you really want to keep the motorway, not the little country lanes. But
Oh, I love it. Have you just come up with that?
yeah, the advice I've received is
Hmm.
you can also be quite unafraid of trimming things back. So if that is your fear,
I did it
Plants.
with my hair and I got carried away.
tell me about
We never talked about.
baldness.
We never talked about baldness.
What do you use on the top of your head to shave it?
I use a Harry's
I use
razor.
a Harry's one as well.
Do you
I just do it
really?
in the shower, yeah.
She's not paid for content
No.
for Harry. But I mean,
Anything,
if, I, mean,
they're
I
actually
would.
quite expensive.
I'd be up for it if
And
they.
you
I mean,
know where you can buy them?
Go on.
Boots.
I mean, that is what a beautiful moment.
That
There.
Netflix series has got a lot to talk about.
Can't wait to watch it.
I can't wait. Now I don't need to see it.
Who's it? Who would join you in Boots? You'd have the lead part. Who else would be in it?
I would say
Sheridan Smith, correct?
Sheridan Smith is the main person in one of her many wigs, and I would also like to think that Lindsay Duncan would make an appearance.
Who is Lindsay Duncan?
Oh, what a shame. or Leslie Manville.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah.
What's that film? Is it Four Seasons? Is it called 1 Year? Mike Lee.
Oh,
There's a scene with a cake.
Is that set near where you live? I always think that's Forest Hill way.
Is it?
It's sort of sad though. Oh,
She's phenomenal in that
she's
film.
amazing in that.
I worked at a
She's the best
magazine.
thing in it 'cause she's like fun in it.
I worked for a magazine,
Everybody else
Shortlist,
dies.
wrote the review, and I said if Leslie Manville does not win the Oscar, but anyway, I was wrong.
Oh.
She should have won the Oscar. I thought she was incredible.
Who did win it that year?
Can't
No,
remember that
probably
year.
not.
So good. Bald chap,
Yeah.
bringing it back to movies.
Yeah.
We were in
Coneheads.
Dulwich Park. Jason Statham
I've heard he can be seen around there.
was there with his wife. Going back a few years with one of the kids, and it was cold. I idolised. I think if you're bald, I think legally you have to idolise. He's king of the baldies. And he was stood about there, and my youngest and his child interacted, and then I removed my woolly hat as if to say,
I'm bald.
nothing, not a flicker. I think I thought he was going to go, "It's my new best friend."
Well, he probably just thought you were deferentially doffing your cap.
You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. That's best case scenario because it looked really weird. Yeah, I hope that's what he thought. Thought about that most days since it happened about 5 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah,
You can see him again. Just go down to Dulwich.
I should see him again.
Down there more.
One of the reasons I love Jason Statham, but I feel like no one talks about wigs anymore. Wigs were such a back to the 80s.
Oh, they were a thing then.
But kids these days,
They don't know.
they don't know what. I don't think they would know what a wig.
They wouldn't know a wig if it hit.
They wouldn't know that regular fellas, if they were bald,
Put on a toupee.
would wear, and they were shocking.
Bad toupee.
They were it looked like a border collie had been shot, Pritt stick on the belly, thrown it, and then the guy's optimistic, eyes closed, and it's landed, and they've looked at them. Yeah, that's fine. But like big actors would have them,
Oh, absolutely.
and so they must have been like the best wigs money could buy,
Still terrible.
and they were like conservatively 2 inches off the head. So the fact that Jason Statham has come along and done a kung fu chop to the wig makes him okay.
All
man.
praise. All praise. Him and Ben Kingsley.
If it hadn't been for him, we might be standing here having this conversation with a couple of
Embarrassed.
with 2 border collies on our heads.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping that the conversation no one realises. Oh, what a time. What
Thank you.
a time.
What a time!